A good Friday morning to you, and welcome to Bay Talk, an insider's look at Put-in-Bay with your host, Caitlin Market. Bay Talk is brought to you each week by the Miller Ferry, with service from Catawba Island to Put-in-Bay and Middle Bass Island. And now here's Katie with Bay Talk on WPCR and WPIB Radio.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Bay Talk, your island news, events, and more. My name is Katie Market, and you're here once again with me on this beautiful Friday morning. I'd like to once again thank Celeste Makowski for coming and joining us this past week. She had a wonderful interview, and it was really interesting to see how she came to the island and her backstory, and now all the wonderful things she does for the island, including some of her art programs and learning more about how she got inspiration for her calendars. If you did not get a chance to listen to that, you can listen to it on demand on our Miller Ferry YouTube or on WPCR and WPIB. It'd be very worthwhile listening to. This past week, we had a lot of fun events. One of the major ones was including Founders Day, which was down at De Rivera Park. Like I talked about last week, Founders Day is commemorating Jose De Rivera, who helped founded the island and built it up back in the 1800s, and there were over 30 booths where people could go shop for local island artists. They could have their face painted. There was a famous strawberry shortcake from St. Paul's Episcopal Church here on the island, and there was lots of fun events. We also had the amazing Island Raise here this past Saturday, and that was where groups were focusing on donating and helping two foundations over in Ohio. They were CASA and two programs that help children go through court battles. They were raising money for that, and they had an amazing race on the island. I was able to announce for that and see all the teams, and I saw them race off on their golf cart. We also had a pooch parade where pooches were walking around the park with their owners, and they had contests to see the biggest, the smallest, who looked most like their owner, and there was a bunch of dogs walking around the park, which was fun to see. Today for our interview, we are welcoming Alison Lawson from Perry's International and Peace Memorial back with us. She is going to talk to us about some of the fun events that are happening down at the monument this next 2 weeks or so. And I'm really looking forward to having her back and learning what's going on today and these next couple of days.
Show. We're glad to have you again. How's the season been going this year so far?
So far, season's been great. We've had lots of people come up to the deck, lots of people come through the VC. It's great. The visitor center is as busy as it's ever been.
Oh, good. So what are some of the events that you've had already this year?
So we had our Perry Education Days, which was a big deal. We had over 1,000 students each day that we had Perry Education Days. That's 3 days out of the week. So lots of students came through.
And when was that?
That was May 24th, 25th, and 26th.
So you had lots of kids. So now that summer's officially started, I'm sure the monument's been packed, and there's plenty of fun events. Two events that I kind of wanted to talk about today that you had mentioned are the Mayfly Festival and the Youth Maritime Explorers Day Camp. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the Youth Maritime Explorers Day Camp first?
Yeah, so this is the first time that we've done anything like this. We received some funding so that way we could bring students over, and we are going to do it during Pyrate Festival. We're going to have on our grounds and in our Peace Garden lot, we're going to do, we're calling it Sailing Through the Ages. So we're going to have our Perry longboat out there with a few of our Park Service Ranger staff in 1812 dress. They're going to be talking about it. We're also going to be doing, the Brig Niagara is donating a piece of their ship so that way they can talk about it. The Pirates have some ships that they want to talk about, and then our yacht club is actually going to talk about modern day boating. So we're kind of going to touch base on a whole timeline of boats for these kids. We're also doing a lot of environmental stuff. So our ranger, our Great Lakes Restoration Initiative ranger, is going to be Kathy Holbrook, and she's going to give a program on invasives. We have somebody from the Ohio Department of Natural Resources coming to talk about marine safety and boating and cleanliness of all of the marina that we have on the island. So it's going to be pretty interesting for the kids to see, get some history and get some environmental aspect of things as well.
Right, and that's such a good thing to learn at such a young age. And how, I know it's kind of a hard topic when we talk about, environmental stuff, and sometimes it even goes above my head. What kind of activities are they going to do to kind of bring it down to more of a kid-friendly level?
Well, I know Kathy with the Great Lakes Restoration Initiative, she is going to be, I think she's got some sandbags. It's like mini cornhole for invasive species. So she's going to do that. There's also going to be a microscope set up to let the kids actually see what we're looking at. They can actually hold some invasives, so that way they know what to look for. If they see it, they can, report an invasive species in that area and know what to do. So it's important to teach them what to do when they find an invasive. So that's one thing that we'll be doing as well. Other than that, it's just a lot of kid-friendly activities to kind of get their heads wrapped around, what we find in our water and how it's hurting the water and things like that.
Just an exposure, too. So, oh, my gosh, that's fun. When did you say that this was again?
This is June 19th. It's a Sunday.
Okay, so June 19th. And what time is this at?
We're going to run it from 11 to 4.
11 to 4. And how do parents know or grandparents know how to sign up and when to sign up?
It's kind of, come if you want to, for sure. If there is any, youth groups, as in Boy Scout groups or, Girl Scouts, things like that are coming in a pack, then we do have funding available to pay for their ferry costs when they get over here, and then the island transportation costs if need be. So we're working really closely with the Jet Express and Miller Boat Line to make sure that, these youth groups are being paid for. Anybody that's not coming in a youth group, though, is more than welcome to walk through each of the stations, and, the Brig Niagara will be here as well, so I'm sure we'll have lots of people coming over just to tour the boat. So we do hope to have a big turnout, though. Oh,
nice. Yeah. And so how do they find out if they needed, if they can get that financial help? Who do they contact?
That would be me. Okay. So they could send me an email at Alison_Lawson at mps.gov, and that's ALISON_LAWSON at mps.gov.
Very nice. And you said the event is free, or because you're covering transportation, correct? So does the event actually cost money if they do not get the assistance?
It does not. Everything is free and open to the public. There will be, of course, the charge for adults to go up to the monument, and then the Brig Niagara does charge people for tours as well.
Okay. And our parents, for the Maritime Explorers Day, do parents have to stay with their children, or can they go explore?
We would prefer, to have chaperones over the children, just because our rangers are going to be doing a lot of other stuff, so we don't want to put any more responsibility on them. Exactly. Children are definitely a big thing, so we want to make sure that everybody is taken care of properly. So definitely want to keep parents with their children, and definitely chaperones with these youth groups that are coming in.
But that would be a good, fun event for them to see as well, so they would, I know, enjoy it.
Oh, yeah, exactly. We do hope for a big turnout, because this is the first year that we are doing it, so we're going to see how it goes.
Okay, good. And did I miss anything? Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about the Youth Maritime Explorers Day Camp?
I think we covered it all.
Okay, and is it going to be the only one this year, or are you planning on having a couple more?
This so far is going to be the only one this year. We're going to see how the turnout is for Sunday and then go from there.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. And now another event that you have coming up is the Mayfly Festival.
Yes. This will be like
what is going on with that?
This is the 7th year for the Mayfly Festival. It's going to be held on June 18th, so just a day before Youth Maritime. And it's mostly environmentally based. We have people from Stone Lab coming over. They're bringing snakes and some spiders, so that way the kids are able to actually hold these animals that they see. They also have microscopes as well that are going to be used to look at the mayflies very close, so that way the students can see, definitely no mouths. They don't bite. They're just an annoyance. Ranger Kathy as well is going to be doing more talks on invasive with these students. And then we have Back to the Wild again, which is it's always been a big hit every time that they come. So Back to the Wild out of Castelia is coming, and they're bringing, I think they have an eagle that they're bringing. They have squirrels that they're bringing. They have all sorts of birds that they bring so that these students can get an idea of what's really out there. So
and different wildlife. And Back to the Wild, they rescue all of those animals, correct?
Yes, exactly. They're all rescue animals.
I think the same thing. It's really important for the kids to see how animals can get injured and how Back to the Wild helps them. And
Oh, exactly.
so the Mayfly Festival is June 18th. What time does that start?
It's the same time as the Youth Maritime as well, 11 to 4.
11 to 4. And where can people meet for this?
All of our activities are going to be at the Visitor Center.
Okay.
Like I said, we open the Visitor Center doors at 10 o'clock. So as soon as we start shuffling people through, we'll get everybody known that, at 11 o'clock is when we're going to have people come and have set up stations. And so, from 11 to 4, though, that would be the best time to come.
Okay, and they can just come in and out as they please, or are there certain times for certain demonstrations?
Nope, they come and go as they please as well. Everybody's pretty flexible that's going to be there to give programs. So if somebody walks in and they want a program, then it's kind of somebody comes up and they do it, then they'll get some other people that straggle on in. So they're very flexible, though, with times.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice that they can go and see things at their own leisure. And this is a free event as well, correct?
Yes, it is. Everything is free for Mayfly Festival.
Oh, that's so nice for people to come up, because I know that's one of the biggest things is, it can get expensive to plan a day trip anywhere, but when we have these free events from the monument, that makes, especially for kids, that makes it so special.
Exactly.
So that covers some 2 events that are coming up. What other events are happening at the monument this summer?
So my biggest event that I'm working on now also is 4th of July. We know how big of an event July 4th is for our whole island. So it's important for us to have activities going on. We traditionally have parking available, and we'll do that again this year. So I just want to let everybody know that you will have a place to park at the monument if you choose to do so. We'll have rangers out there to guide people parking. Bring your own lawn chair.
To watch the fireworks, correct?
Exactly.
Okay.
So, and then we do have a performance before fireworks that are going to go off. We just booked the Flying Jays.
Okay.
Which they're a pretty local band. They play a lot of the bars downtown. So we're super excited to get them to play on our plaza. And that'll start probably about 8 o'clock or so.
A family-friendly event?
Oh, yes, always.
Okay.
We always do family-friendly events, that's for sure. They have a song called The Battle of Lake Erie, so we're pretty interested to see how it goes. They're going to play
I don't think I've heard that one.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be great. So we do want to spread the word a little bit about that to make sure that we have a crowd for them over at the monument.
Okay, so the Flying Jays, and in between it's on the plaza, so on the plaza of the monument, or is that the visitor center? Oh, my gosh, how fun.
We'll put them on the monument, so it'll be a great picture for sure.
Hopefully that's a nice night, and then they'll play right up until the fireworks start?
Yes. We'll probably stop them a little bit before. That way we can get people parked and our rangers can go out and help anybody that needs any help.
Okay, very cool. Are there any other 4th of July events coming up?
As of right now, no. I am trying to come up with a ceremony to have, and I'll know more about that, and I'll definitely be sure to let everybody know about it. But as of right now, we've got the band booked, and we got our parking schedule down.
Right, and that's always such a big thing down there because, everyone wants that prime spot for the fireworks. So, and the monument's honestly the best place to watch them.
Oh, yeah.
You have a good open view of the harbor.
Exactly. Great pictures happen over at the monument on 4th of July.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So what is the website where people can go to find out more about these events in case they missed them?
Well, our website is, if you Google Prairie's Victory and International Peace Memorial, it's the first one that pops up, mps.gov/PEVI. So that'll be a good spot to go. We also are doing a lot with social media these days. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, we're doing our best to kind of get ourselves into the 21st century. And lots of people to follow us on all things. That way we can let everybody know. Not many people like to get on a website, so we give them a little bit of a break with the smartphones. They got their social media right there.
Right. So that'll give people a little quick update if they need it.
Exactly.
Oh, that's so fun. So I have kind of a different route to go down. A lot of people talk about working on Clinton Bay in the summer, and a lot of people who come up to work at a job at a bar or a restaurant or a gift shop or one of, how did you come across the job at Perry's Monument?
Well, actually, the former superintendent belonged to my high school, which was Port Clinton High School, and recruited for maintenance workers, and she met me and she gave me a call and she's like, I would rather you be an interpretive ranger. Okay. So I started at 17. I was a junior in high school when I got hired in, and it's been a roller coaster ever since. I've had one position to another, and I love it so much. I love the island. I love talking to people about the island history. It's beautiful. So it's definitely been a fun experience, to say the least.
And how long have you been working there now?
I'm sorry?
How long have you been working there?
This is my 5th season.
Fifth season, okay.
Yes, I've been there for a while, and it's great. As I progressed and they get to know me a little bit better, they give me more responsibilities. So this year, with being the event coordinator, it's something that I did not expect to happen, but it has, and so I'm learning as I go. So everybody has to bear with me on that. I get information out as soon as I can.
It's a learning process, isn't it?
Exactly. And I wouldn't rather be anywhere else. This is great.
Exactly. So do you live on the island full time?
I don't live full time. I do in the summertime, of course. I'm still a student over in Cleveland. So I have 3 semesters left of college, and then I'm good to go.
Oh, almost done. And what are you studying in college?
I am a double major in environmental policy and administration and nonprofit administration.
Oh my gosh, so that's perfect for the monument.
Exactly.
I really could use your knowledge there, which is awesome. People like you are exactly what they need.
Exactly, and I'm building relationships with all of the nonprofits on the island as I go as well, so that way we can all work together, because that's definitely important. We're such a small community, so we all have to work together.
Exactly. So you talked about the small community. Was it a shock when you first came up here?
Oh, yeah, exactly. When I applied for this position, I did not expect it to be for the Park Service, so it was definitely a shocker. And ever since, though, it's been great.
Yeah, and you're learning so much of the history. You said, I mean, like I grew up here, and I feel like I'm still constantly learning, so much about the history. But when you're around, when you're out and about and people ask you, I'm sure you get this question all the time, what's the history like, and what's your favorite historical fact that you give people?
I absolutely love talking about Old Hotel Victory.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I could talk to people about that all day. And actually, people really enjoy it because it was the biggest hotel of its time, and it was right here on this small little island, so everybody is always impressed with the Hotel Victory. I always send people over to the state park to check out the remains. Always send them to the Historical Society so that way they can see artifacts and things like that was there. Definitely, of course, love talking about the Battle of Lake Erie.
Oh, yeah.
I have to. So it's definitely important to talk about the battle, because had we not won that battle, things would probably be completely different for us today.
Exactly, and I don't think people realize, because the Battle of Lake Erie, it was a huge event, but, worldwide, it's not usually on that historical map. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But it's so prevalent to us right here, but people don't realize, how much things could have changed.
Exactly. So it's important for us to, tell people things would have been different had this not happened. So it's pretty great.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you again for joining us today. Are there any, and we'll keep in touch for, future events for the monument. You can always go visit the monument on their Facebook and Twitter. But I want to thank you again, Alison. Hopefully we can have you, again a couple more times this summer on the show to keep us updated.
Oh, of course. I love it. I love being here. I love talking to you about events and things like that and letting everybody know about them.
Perfect. Well, hopefully you have some visitors for the Mayfly Festival and the Maritime Explorers Day, and have a fun weekend.
Awesome. Thank you. I can't wait.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
I'd like to once again thank Alison Lawson for joining us from Perry's International Peace Memorial and Monument. It's always fun to have her around and learn about all the different family-friendly and free events that are happening at the monument this year. We have a lot of new events coming up. One of them is Pyrate Fest. This weekend, we have a fun-filled pirate weekend. It is Put-in-Bay's Annual Pyrate Fest, which is the 8th Pirate Fest, Return of the Pirate King. He's coming to find his stolen treasure. Put-in-Bay Pirate Fest, the 8th, hold fast, is going to be from today, June 17th, until June 20th. So adults and kids, if you dress like a pirate, you can save $1 off your round-trip passenger fare on Miller Ferry to Put-in-Bay anytime during this Pirate Fest. Let's tell you about some of the events that Pirate Fest is going to have this week. There's lots of fun events, and remember, if you miss it, you can also check it out on millerferry.com under the events page. We have a full list of all the events daily that's going to be happening. Starting today at 11 a.m. to 7 p.m., the U.S. Brig Niagara is open for tours, which is going to be on Fox's Dock downtown. You can go tour this beautiful ship, which is a replica of the Perry's Niagara, and you can ask as many questions as you like about the War of 1812, and they'd be happy to answer them for you. The U.S. Brig Niagara is a replica of Commodore Oliver Hazard Perry's victorious flagship during the Battle of Lake Erie, which we learned about a couple weeks ago in the War of 1812. Today, the ship is a working tall ship and is a U.S. Coast Guard certified sailing school vessel. If you'd like to view the Niagara, tickets are available. Adults are $7 and kids are $5. For more information, you can visit flagshipniagara.org. That's flagshipniagara.org. At 5 p.m. today, Pirate Fest has the opening cannon ceremony, which is going to be downtown on the De Rivera Park stage. You can come and take part in this year's official cannon ceremony with a stage show, plenty of cannon fire, and a few fun surprises. You're going to be able to meet the Pirate King down there, and that is the official start of our Pirate Fest. On Saturday, June 18th, which is tomorrow, from 10 until 5, there is going to be a pirate encampment and marketplace open, which is going to be of the east end of downtown De Rivera Park, which is more down towards the boathouse area. They're going to have lots of fun, different setup down there. You can come be a part of this typical pirate life during the 1800s. You will be able to see demonstrations on weapons, games, medicine, and everyday ways of life. They will be complete with arts and crafts and fun games for little ones, so bring your whole family. There's going to be something for everyone down there. Again, tomorrow from 11 until 7 p.m., the U.S. Brig Niagara will be open for tours again, so you can go see if you missed it today, you can go tomorrow and go see the U.S. Brig Niagara and tour it. From 11 until 5, there will be the Fair Wind Circus, which is a pirate encampment, you can enter into the imaginations of this period family show, just as your forefathers might have enjoyed during the 1800s. See the sleight of hand, magic, and traveling curiosities of the entire family will enjoy. You can visit fairwinds.com for more information. Again, that's fairwinds.com, spelled FAIREWYNDS.com, fairwinds.com for more information on this show. Again, from 11 until 5, they will also have a black powder demonstration with Cannon Master Bob Gilmore, which will be in the center of the downtown De Rivera Park. So on the east end, we have the encampment and all the demonstrations, and then in the middle, we have the black powder demonstrations. So Bob Gilmore and his crew have years of traditional black powder experience in movies, television, and recreating weapons of the past. So don't miss out on the chance to see these historical cannons come back to life. They will wake you up with these loud booms. They're really fun to watch. Again, tomorrow from 10 until 1, they're going to have a costume contest registration for both adults and kids' costume. You can go ahead and look for this at the Pirate Marketplace information table. There's going to be a lot of fun prizes and a grand prize for the winner, which you're not going to want to miss out on. From 10:30 until 4:30 p.m., enlisted 1812 soldiers black powder demonstration, the cannon firing area. So enlisted soldiers from Perry's Monument will join Bob Gilmore and his crew to demonstrate the difference between a pirate and an enlisted man and weapons, their dress and their way of life during the 1800s. Pirates were a little different than our soldiers during the War of 1812. At 11 a.m., Captain Willie, who is the Great Lakes Pirate Kids Show, that will perform. This will be in the downtown Deer Vera Park stage. Captain Willie is a children's entertainer and educator who blends musical interaction with accidental learning. So your kids will be having fun and will be able to learn at the same time. He's going to act as an advocate to teach children boating and water safety. He helps raises awareness about the Great Lakes, and he keeps kids interested and entertained at the same time. You can visit Captain Willie for more information. That's spelled CaptNWillie for more information. At 1 p.m. is a pirate skirmish, which will be at the cannon firing area. During the stage show, families will be entertained with comedy, action, and adventure as the pirates of Put-in-Bay try to seize control of the island from the military stronghold in the park. During this show, you're going to laugh, cheer, and cover your ears as you witness this fun show. This should be a fun event for the entire family. Now, we're only in the middle of the day for this Saturday. At 2 p.m., you can walk like a pirate parade. You're going to meet at the corner of Mossbacks and Boardwalk at Deer Vera Park, at the west end. Again, that's on the corner of Mossbacks and the Boardwalk. So in this, you're going to walk in a parade, and it's open to all the pirates on the island. So grab your husband, grandma, kids, and the whole family, and you can be a part of the celebration that only Put-in-Bay can provide. So at 2 p.m., the Kid Pirate costume contest will start. It's immediately following the Walk Like a Pirate parade in the downtown Deer Vera Park stage. Then at 2 p.m. and 3 p.m., the adult costume contest will begin. That's immediately following the kids' costume contest, and it will be again on the downtown Deer Vera Park stage. So the grand prize for this trip, this is making me want to dress up like a pirate and enter this contest. The grand prize is going to be a trip for two to the Cayman Islands in 2016 during their Pirate Fest. This will include flights, hotel stay, and a dive package. So I'm encouraging all of you to dust off your old pirate costumes and come on down so you can win a trip to the Cayman Islands. Again, just a reminder, if you go on the Miller Ferry and you're dressed like a pirate, you can have $1 off your round trip. So you get $1 off Miller Ferry, and you come down here on Put-in-Bay into the Deer Vera Park, and you have a chance to win a trip to the Cayman Islands. That wraps up the events for Saturday, but don't worry, on Sunday they're continuing. A lot of the same events as the day before. 10 to 5 is a pirate encampment and marketplace, which is at the east end of downtown Deer Vera Park by the boathouse. From 11 a.m. until 7 p.m., you can take a tour of the U.S. brig Niagara. Again, adults are $7 and kids are $5. From 11 to 5, we have the Fair Wind Circus Pirate Encampment, which you can see different shows and magic tricks. 11 to 5, there's a black powder demonstrations with Cannon Master Bob Gilmore. 10 to 1, Captain Jack Sparrow will host some kids' activities. It will be on the stage, and this will also surround the downtown Deer Vera Park. So Jack Sparrow and his crew of the Black Pearl will take your little pirates on a number of fun adventures. This will include sword fighting, swearing kids into his pirate crew, and handing out fun pirate names. This is for kids of all ages, so bring the kids over and get them involved in this fun Pirate Fest. Now, for all of you active people, from 8 until 9 a.m., you can check in for the Stein Hospice Pirate 5K Fun Run. Racers will be able to check in with the race officials at the start line to the race. This will start at 9:30 then, so registration is from 8 a.m. until 9 a.m., and the race starts at 9:30 a.m. So the Stein Hospice Pirate 5K Fun Race will begin. It will be in Catawba Avenue, downtown Put-in-Bay. This is a 4th annual pirate run, and it benefits Stein Hospice. So dust off your running and walking shoes and come support this great event for a great cause. The race is going to follow a scenic route along the shores of Put-in Bay, and it will offer a number of prizes in different categories. If you'd like to register and for more information, it's not too late. You can visit steinhospice.org. That is STINHOSPICE.org. Again, that's steinhospice.org. At 1 p.m. after you're done running, they have the Pirate Skirmish again, and this is a comedy show that you can bring the whole family to. 2 p.m., the enlisted 1812 soldiers and black powder demonstration will be in the cannon firing area. 3 p.m., Captain Jack Sparrow is back for a treasure hunt. You can meet at the stage area in D. Rivera Park. You're going to join Captain Jack Sparrow and his mighty crew in one of the most popular pirate events that we offer this weekend. You're going to help Jack go on a town-wide search for buried treasure. You can find clues, performing fun activities, and solving riddles along the way. This is free to join for the whole family. Once you're done with that, at 3:30 in the downtown area is the Antique Car Parade, which happens every Sunday here over on Put-in Bay. So Put-in Bay is the only community in the state of Ohio who is proud to hold an antique car parade, which is every Sunday. You can watch as show cars from the past and present snake their way around the island town area. So that ends the weekend, but Pirate Fest is not over yet. On Monday, June 20th, from 1 until 5 p.m., is a day sale aboard the U.S. brig Niagara, and you can catch this in the downtown Fox's dock. So few experiences are more rare and majestic than this opportunity to witness firsthand a tall ship under full sail. So come on and experience the golden age of sail on a working tall ship. The trip will take you on a 4-hour sail on the open lake around the Lake Erie Island. This is a must-do for the trip of a lifetime. This is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Tickets are on sale for $100, and they must be purchased in advance. So if you're listening today, you're going to want to go ahead and purchase those, and we'll give you the information here in a second. You can find information and buy tickets on if you visit flagshipniagara.org. That's flagshipniagara.org. Now, one of my most favorite events is to wrap up Pirate Fest is the cardboard boat race. This is going to be held on Monday, June 20th, and it starts at 5 to 6. Well, it starts at 6 p.m. Here's what's going to happen. Cardboard boats, which are built by island businesses, employees around the island. So each business can have as many different cardboard boats as they want. They have to get all their cardboard, and they can only use duct tape. They build their own boats out of these, and they take the time out of their very busy summer schedules to do this. So cardboard boats will be on display for public voting. So come down and see the different island businesses' cardboard boats to see who you would like to win the cardboard race. Then you can line up on the docks in the downtown De Rivera Park across from the public boat ramp. So that's where they're going to be viewing. At 6 p.m., we're going to have the 8th Annual Cardboard Cup. This is a public boat ramp. This is going to be on the public boat ramp across from De Rivera Park. The annual cardboard boat races are an opportunity for local islanders, businesses, and visitors to have just a little fun after this busy weekend. You can watch as a 4-person team. They must navigate a boat made entirely out of cardboard through Lake Erie while racing an opponent. You can join us and cheer us on as 10 to 15 boats are sailing to take down last year's winners, the Boardwalk. They are always a team of good sailors that do a very good job building and constructing their cardboard boat. So dates and times, this is all the events that's happening for Pirate Fest, and dates and times may change according to weather. You can visit the Chamber of Commerce for more information, so please visit www.visitputinbay.com for the most current information. We have a couple of other important events that are coming up this week. Again, the Mayfly Festival is June 18th from 11 to 4. This will be at the Monument. You can discover the importance of Mayfly through song, crafts, and lectures at the Perry's Victory and International Peace Memorial at Put-in Bay. Now, if you live in the area, you know that mayflies are a huge part of island life, and they are just starting to hatch. We had a batch here a couple of days ago that covered our streets. So at the monument, they're going to provide microscopes for viewing mayflies at different stages of development. This is a free event, and it can give adults and children the opportunity to learn about mayflies, their role in nature, and how they affect the health of Lake Erie. Mother of Sorrows Jubilee Homecoming is also coming up. It is on June 19th at 10:30 a.m. until 1 p.m. Mother of Sorrows Catholic Church at Put-in-Bay is celebrating their 150th year with a Jubilee Homecoming. They began on the island in 1866 and have been here for the past 150 years. So you can join them on June 19th at 10:30 to 1 p.m. We are also having the spring cleanup at Massey's Cliffside Preserve, so please wear your gloves and sturdy shoes and help clean up this preserve. This is going to be featured in Green Week, which is coming up here in August. I'd like to thank everyone again for joining me today. I know we have lots of fun events and things that are happening on Put-in-Bay. Please visit millerferry.com for more information on your upcoming events, and I look forward to seeing everyone next week.
You've been listening to Bay Talk with Katie Market, an insider's look at the islands, brought to you by the Miller Ferry Boat Line, with service from Catawba Island to Put-in-Bay and Middle Bass Island. Join us next week at 10 a.m. here on WPCR and WPIB for more Bay Talk with Katie Market.